621.02 CET Biden said al-Shifa hospital must be protected. Joe Biden said Gaza's largest hospital must be protected and called for less intrusive action by Israeli forces. Hundreds of patients, including dozens of babies, are trapped at the Shifa hospital, Gaza City in northern Gaza, where Israeli troops and Hamas militants or otherwise involved heavy fighting. Speaking in the Oval Office on Monday, the U.S. president said, "It is my hope and expectation that there will be less intrusive action." The Israeli military said it was providing safe corridors for people to escape intense fighting in the north and move south. But Palestinian officials in Shifa said the compound was constantly surrounded by heavy gunfire. 12 meters ago, 3:14 Central Europe time. It is approaching 4:15 a.m. in Israel and Gaza, and we will pause the blog. In the meantime, you can see all our Israel-Hamas war coverage here and our latest report on the conflict here. A summary: the past day's key events. The Israeli army has arrived at the gates, Gaza's largest hospital. As hundreds patients, including dozens babies, are trapped inside. Thousands of people fled the al-Shifa hospital in Gaza City, but health officials said the remaining patients due to energy shortages. Joe Biden said al-Shifa must be protected, and called for less intrusive action by Israeli forces. "It is my hope and expectation that there will be less intrusive action," the U.S. president said on Monday. The health ministry in the besieged region said on Monday that all hospitals in northern Gaza were out of service due to fuel shortages and intense fighting. Two major hospitals in northern Gaza, al-Shifa and Jerusalem, were closed. New patients due to Israeli airstrikes and heavy fighting at both facilities, as medical staff were left without oxygen, medical supplies or fuel incubators. The director of UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, has warned that group's aid operations in Gaza will be shut down within next 48 hours unless fuel is allowed into besieged area. UNRWA Commissioner General Philippe Lazzarini said the agency's fuel tank in Gaza had run dry and could no longer supply hospitals, lift sewers and provide drinking water. UNRWA said one of its schools in northern Gaza and a building designated as residence for UN international staff in the Rafah area were directly affected by the strikes. He did not say who was responsible for the strikes. The UN agency also said it received concerns that Israeli security forces entered a UNRWA school and two UNRWA health centers in the Gaza Strip with tanks and used them for military operations. He said earlier that one of his buildings in Rafah was hit by the Israeli Navy. Rafah is in south of the Gaza Strip, an area where Israel insists that Palestinians be moved. Trucks desperately needing assistance from Egypt via the Rafah crossing may cease operations on Tuesday due to lack of fuel. Humanitarian ceasefire. Fuel supplies. All of this should be happening now. We are out.